Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going, guys? So I'm working on getting the other computer set up so I can actually see chat. So bear with me a minute here. All right. Wow, I think I did a video every day this week. What an active week this has been. So, Yay, chat works. That's always a bonus. What's up, everybody joining up there? Just finished up a brass auger. Sweet. That's cool. That's super cool. I'm doing good, Hagen. How are you doing tonight? It's going good, Parker? What's up, Toby? Hey, we got the mod thing to work. Nice. Hey, that's cool. All right. How'd we do that? I don't even remember at this point. Show your support for the... Oh, okay. I don't know. It's trying to get me to donate to my own channel. That's kind of weird. Is that barn new? Well, it's in progress. That's for sure. So, that's kind of where I'm going to start working towards that direction anyway. We've got the footprint of the barn figured out now. So, after that, it's kind of, I can kind of start landscaping about it, and then as the barn gets finished, we can go ahead and sort of put things in there. So, what's up, Cyberbrick? I'm doing okay. How are you? So yeah, anyway, so the barn's coming along. How about that? So, dang, the link thing isn't working. I'm not a mod. I don't get this mod thing. I'll just be honest with you, Pumpkin. I don't know why that doesn't work for us. There, Kyle. I don't know. It's weird. Technology sucks. All right, I had a brush. Here we go. So I think what I'm going to do first here is I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like how that screen's got the refresh rate there going. I'm going to turn that sideways for one. It's just annoying me. Scratch built all my buildings for my farm toy displays. Awesome. Can't beat that. That's super cool. So I think what I'm going to do first, so you can see here, this is going to be a road. And this is going to go to that area back there, which is still heavily under construction. So what I want to do tonight is I want to get this painted, and it's going to be black because it's going to be asphalt color. And then I thought I had some, but it turns out I do not have the ballast I need to put down my blacktop tonight. So great. That's awesome. Good job, me. Super prepared, as usual. And anyway, over here is going to be a little bit of a gravel lane over here. And I'm debating on how rough I want to make that. I don't know. So anyway, either way, I'm going to stick down some paint down there. You can see I've got paint here from my wash on my rocks, which the wash turned out okay, but there's a couple streaks here I'm not a big fan of, and I don't know what to do about it just yet. So we'll see. Anyway, that's the way it goes. So I'm just going to squirt out. No, I'm not, because this has fresh can here, still got the inside plastic on it. So okay, I've got to turn the screen because I can't see where I'm working if the screen's not turned. We'll get it all figured out at some point here. Hey Tony, how's it going? Started to work on my 856 again. Nice. Nice. Any progress on the top secret 1/16 scale project? If not, that's cool. I'm just kind of curious. I was debating on just ordering what we already have for that, but I decided I just want to wait and get it all at once. That way I can take the shipping hit all in one day, or all in one time, versus multiple. And I've already got paint on my hands, and we just started. That's how this is going to go, guys. Yeah. Thank God, blue foam. What would we do without blue foam? So I have this dilemma here. So like I said, road. I want a sharp cutoff because I'm kind of modeling a specific road, at least for this sort of area. And I want a sharp cutoff there, but I'm afraid it's too sharp. So I'm debating on if I need to take some Sculptamold in here and do a little work. I don't know. Yeah, don't know. I'm working on it. So that's one of the great debates raging in my head. And that's part of the hang up over here is I've got a little, just kind of a little section of this display that I just don't know for sure what I want to do to it yet. So it's kind of, I mean, I know what I want to do. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how to put it, like how I want to do it, I guess. How to achieve that. Anyway, we're going to lay down some gravel here. I do have some gravel, so we can at least get this started. Just get a nice little, like I said, a little kind of gravel lane, and it's going to swing up here, kind of in there. Just like a little farm road that's, you know, going to be fairly grown up by the time it's all said and done. Not yet. You don't want more than one damn flashback from the last order. Yeah, that last order was quite pricey to get shipped here from overseas. That was exciting. When I almost had a heart attack when I saw that. But when you consider I got a few hundred pieces from that order, I guess it wasn't too bad. All right, so this is gonna need to round around here. Now I'm nervous because I see Chris is here and Tony's here and there's like other display people here, and it's like, oh great, now I can just look like a complete idiot in front of these guys. Yeah, so that's what I'm wondering. Just a little bit of Sculptamold just to sort of fan that out the slightest bit. That I'm debating on it. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. So this whole grass area here, like ideally I would have done this before I laid that grass, but that grass was a test, kind of a test area for something, and then it turns out I like it. So I really originally didn't think I would keep it, so that's why I wasn't too concerned about it. I thought it would probably end up getting scraped up, but now that I've got it here, I like it quite a bit. So we're just gonna keep it, I guess. Yeah, that's probably enough. I don't want to go too big there, and I've probably got enough that I can throw down a little gravel there. We'll see. Toby, you're a pretty good builder. Yeah, I got you. Replicating a levee, nice. I've kind of thought about doing that, doing like a bit of a river scene down the road, but it's a time and space situation. So, all right, we're just gonna lay gravel. I'm gonna lay this fairly light in several spots, because like I said, ultimately, I'm gonna end up making this road pretty grown up. But I want the base gravel there in case I decide I don't want to go completely overboard with the grown upness. But I'm going to leave some somewhat bare areas there, which will be replaced with mud and dirt. And if you guys have been watching this Dogtown stuff for a while, kind of know my mud technique, how I do that. And it seems to work out pretty good anyway. I don't know if that's the way everybody else does it, but I kind of like it. I think it looks cool. Probably should have painted the highway foist. Oh well. You live and you learn. You don't want too much there, though. I just don't want this super heavy. Okay. I like that for the most part. Maybe a little bit. You know, we'll leave that there. We'll put a track. We'll put like a tire track or something there. Yeah, Curtis, that's kind of the issue. It's involved to do a how-to like this. I've made several videos and I haven't uploaded all of them yet because it's a thing. And then some of them are in various stages of production, if you will, and eventually I will. Your big bud, it's pretty much done, I think. It's the yeah, I think it's pretty well done. I had to hunt down one of those. I actually thought I had some and it turns out I didn't, so I had to go hunting for some big buds. Turns out those 525s are getting harder to find, which is amazing because a year ago, everybody was trying to give them away practically. Not give them away, but they were going stupid cheap. All right, I don't know, where do I want to set this? Let's just, I don't know, in here, you can see what's going on behind us here. Maybe like that? I don't know, whatever. We're just making it up tonight as we go. I like that. So for my road, this is going to be black. So like I said, I thought I had ballast, but I don't, it turns out. So, or the black ballast I wanted to use. Turns out I don't. It's okay. That's the way it goes. We can still get the black down, and I'll just hit it with some, probably a second coat, to be honest with you, to stick it down. So. You know more big tractors are going home with you, Curtis. You know it. That's the problem with big tractors. Once you start on that, it's all over. I saw a Minneapolis GVI for sale the other day, or G6, whatever everybody wants to call those. We've always called them GVIs, but I know they get called different things. Anyway, it was running, but needed a little help, and it was reasonably priced, but I wanted to stay married, so I didn't buy it. So, but that would have been so cool. Mud everywhere. Yeah, Bo, that'll get your parents a little upset, I would say. You know what though? Good on you for trying to innovate and trying to make it happen at 7 years old. That's cool. I'd rather I think someday I'd rather my kids have tried to do something like that creative and made a bit of a mess than to just be sitting there playing on their Xbox or whatever. So by the time my kids are that old, they'll probably be like an Xbox 14 or something. I don't know. So I'm going to go right to my line here because the roads in our area, or at least the area I'm modeling this after, they basically run right up to grass. And then there's these big drop-offs that go down into the field. So that's kind of what I'm going for here anyway. And then Oliver 80. Nice. Just came across a 77 stand. Yeah, that's cool. I could definitely get into some Olivers. That's for sure. I tell you what, Tony, with this 86 series, you're going to make me buy some of those is what's going to happen. Like, I don't have any here, and I was content to not have any. And then you started showing that off, especially that industrial. And now I'm like, well, I got to have one of those. And they're out there. They're on, you can find them on eBay, but I don't know. It's like $23, $24. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about $23 or $24 for a tractor that I'm going to turn into something pretty cool. But I don't know. And then what happens, and you know how this goes, you build one and then someone wants to buy it from you. Then you got to go find another one for yourself. And it's a vicious cycle. The farm toy building. Wow, this is kind of blacker than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I get it's going to be fine since there's going to be ballast on it, but that's super black. I thought it was kind of a charcoaly gray. Look at the looking at the container can, but not so much. I do not have the LSWs. Who is that? That's Carson Bryan maybe has the LSWs. Seems like, but yeah, no, not me. I think I kind of want to try some of those LSWs on something. I think they're kind of cool, but we just don't see those around here too much. So, I mean, I'm probably gonna stick with my metric Trelleborgs or whatever. I like those Michelin's Chucky brought out. I bought a whole slew of those. Those are going to go on a whole bunch of tractors that I own. They look super cool. Have any ideas for a DB120? Well, if it's one of those spec cast ones, I don't know. There's not a lot you can do to those. They're pretty awesome straight out of the box. So, I don't know what you would do to one of those. Just trying to even out some of these ridges here. You can see I could have taped off here to get a real straight line, but ultimately there's going to be some grass and dirt on the side of this. I don't know that I necessarily need a perfectly crisp line on my road. It's not like this display's going to national or anything anyway, so it's all right. The crookedness gives it a little character. It's like straight rows of corn. You know, all the guys with GPS or everything, and of course we use GPS now too, but my dad always used to say you can fit more corn in a crooked row, so. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, an 8R or yeah, that'd be super cool. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is, Bo. The good old Illinois special there. I'm gonna put cracks and potholes and things of that nature in it because, well, you know, it's Illinois, so they all have it. How much is a 164 scale Big Bud 747? I think they're like 50, no, 60, $70 now. You know, because they reissued those and they absolutely killed the price on the originals. Because, I mean, I don't want to run anybody down, but the Williams brothers are just killing the Big Bud name. I mean, they're just bringing out everything they possibly can with that on it. I mean, they were selling oil from the thing, for darn sakes. I mean, geez. Anyway, so with that said, yeah, you can get a 64th Big Bud for, you know, 60, $70 now. I think I saw them at last summer. I saw some for 54, I think, at a show. That was the cheapest I've seen them for a while. An 856. I thought weren't we making a hydro or something? What were we working on there? I found some sort of pictures of the engine, but I haven't found any great pictures of it yet. But I don't remember what we're doing. Seems like we were doing a hydro. All right, I'm kind of liking that so far. I think we're gonna leave it where it's at since I messed up on having ballast. But and so down here where this ends, I've got to figure that out too, and I've got it kind of drawn up how I want it. It's just a matter of doing it. So I'm gonna put a little bridge there, little bridge crossing. I think I'm gonna do some 3D printed piers and things of that nature. been kind of working on those on the side just a little bit. And, that way I can kind of put a sort of rural looking bridge across my little stream. And then I'm going to have another bridge on the blacktop road down there. So that little corner is just going to have to wait a little bit. Ideally, I'm trying to get sort of from here back this way finished for picture reasons and some upcoming projects. So you have not had the best day of your life today. Well, that stinks a big one there, Brady. Sorry to hear that. Oh, a couple. Yeah, he needs to put together some of those Kraus kits there. Custom Farmers. Those are great discs. I'm really happy with how those discs turned out, and the kits go together pretty easy. They are not a difficult disc, and I need to do a video on putting together one. And I've got a couple in paint right now. I'm kind of a dummy. I just sent one out, and I just put it together last week, and I don't know why I didn't bother to do a video on that then. But anyway, we'll get one real quick here. I hope. All right, so doing a little rearranging here. I'm gonna get out the dirt. So this is gonna be bottom ground. So I'm gonna go with some chocolate, and probably gonna mix in a little bit of nutmeg too to kind of give it a slightish, like a really slight red tint to it. Not that we have a lot of red soil here, but some of the bottom ground. In some of the lighter soils, it's kind of a sandy mix, which makes a little bit of a red tint when you're plowing it. So that's what I'm going for anyway. Gunner, you have a 656 height. I would love several pictures of the engine if you could, both sides if you could. I mean, that'd be super cool. Bought a Big Bud 440, different wheels and tires for $40 at the show. That doesn't sound bad at all. How do you make decals? Good question. I'll let you know when I get it figured out. I'm working on it. I mean, they're not turning out exactly like I'd hoped, but working on it. And if I ever get it figured out, we'll do a video on it or something like that. How do you mount the tires on the disc? Because I can't figure it out. So what you might have to do, especially if you've already painted it, is just do a light sand or a light file around the inside of the tire, and they should just slide right over those rims. It's pretty straightforward once you kind of figure that out. I had to get a drink of water, guys. Sorry. All right. Let's make a field. Oh, I gotta go find another chocolate brown. That's about empty. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. All right. Should build more 3D printed truck beds. Wish granted. I've got I've got another one coming, and I think it's going to be super cool. We'll see. I should have it in, I don't know, let's call it 2 weeks. Roughly. Yeah, that's that's lighter than I want it to be. All right, I got to find something a little darker. Sorry, guys. I tell you what. Oh, here we go. Maybe. There it is. All right, there we go. Melted chocolate is this one. I don't know why that's different than chocolate bar, but we're about to find out. But it's darker, and that's what we want. Oh, there we go. That's the color I wanted. Nice. Okay, now I gotta find another brush. I came with one too few. But that problem's easily solved. 164th fan. All right, let's do some mixing here. Well, where could I get them made? I missed what you want made. Sorry. I got the rims and tires together. Oh, how to put the rims on the disc. Get some straight pins. You just need some straight pins, and they will go through the holes, and they'll mount up that way. Just a drop of glue at the end of your straight pin, and your tire should still be able to turn. There, hope that helps anyway. Don't mix, just spread. Yeah, that's probably about right. Now, I gotta figure out if I'm gonna put a little bit of, I don't want to get too close there though. I'm gonna put a little putty there, or sculpt mold. Let's put him here. But we can go ahead up here and start in on this. So I guess, you know, while you got a captive audience here, I put up a ton of toolboxes and a few other miscellaneous parts for your farm toy display up on fortheloveoftractors.com. So be sure to check that out. We sold a few of those today, so it sounds like those are going to be a reasonably popular item, I think. I think they're pretty reasonably priced too, so that's super cool. Yeah, another episode of, yeah, that's about right. That's pretty spot on. Can I get a V-Ripper green? Which V-Ripper? I mean, I can paint anything, any color you want. Nah, we're using the Tony technique here. We're just painting. To heck with stirring, to heck with everything else. We're just going for it now. I'd go ahead and sift some dirt down on this if I can get this this section covered anyway. I mean, why not? Get some field up in here. That way, if I dirt this, I can start landscaping the side of this this stream right through here anyway, or at least I can get my landscape where I want it. I still got to put water in there, obviously, but that's for another day. I may have to do 2 coats, though, because that is not covering particularly well. It's partly my brush, I'm sure. $13 shank. Oh, so the red one. Okay, well, those are CD Models rippers. I'll get a hold of Dave and tell him to get me some green ones. I'm sure he's got a few green ones in stock still. I just kind of ran out of mine. You can imagine green is a little more popular than red. Definitely seems like there are more green guys than red guys, but not by a lot. Tony will vouch for my my toolboxes. I think I mean I'm you know biased, but I think they're the best toolboxes on the market. Making a hood open on that 9R. I hear you with the too many projects things. That would be cool though. I would love to see an open hood with a detailed engine 9R. I think that would be super cool. And I have no doubt you can make that work really well. Water, I kind of feel like that's gonna be. I've only tried water one other time, and it was the kind that you melted in a pot and then poured in, and like it just didn't go particularly well. One other time, I actually had a reasonable amount of luck. Um, Somebody had told me at a train shop. I mean, this is before YouTube and all that stuff, so you had to actually go talk to people. Ooh. Um, Somebody told me to try just clear polyurethane and layer it up, and so I did, and it worked pretty well. But it took a lot of layers. So I mean, it took me like 2 weeks to make to make this little stream that I did on my old display. So I won't be using that technique again. I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to use, but that's kind of still a research phase, I guess. What we want to do as far as water goes, but I need some. I mean, like probably looking back, I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait until I see when it's all done. But like you have a vision in your head, and then you realize you've never done like rocks and waterfall in a stream before, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be iffy. And so that's kind of where I'm at right now, and it's one of those like it's almost I don't want to do it because I'm not confident in it just yet. So I don't know, but you can only watch so many videos before you just got to go do it. And that water stuff's too expensive to practice, so. Premix stuff that is no melt, that's deep pour. Okay. Talk to Chris Taylor. Yeah, you know what? Good call. Chris's river turned out great, and Chris lives, an hour west of me, so so it's not like I can't get some pointers there from him. Um, we were talking before the stupid virus hit. We were gonna have like a build day over at his place. Um, I don't know. There was 3 or 4 of us that were gonna get together, and then the world went crazy. So I guess we're not gonna do that for a while now. Anyway, what's up, Jax? What's up, Massey fan? How many acres can IH 164? Oh, sorry. How many case IH 164th do you have? Oh boy. I don't know. There's a bunch. Couple hundred, probably. Anyway, I would say. I tripled the size of my Case IH collection a couple years ago. This guy was selling a display case, and it just happened to have a whole bunch of 164 scale Case IH tractors in it, and so we made out a deal for the whole works. And anyway, that worked out pretty well for me. Anyway, he made some money to do whatever he was doing, and I ended up with a whole bunch of tractors I really didn't need. They were kind of the older ones from Erdl, and I always thought I would customize them, and I will someday. Might be 20 years from now. But anyway. So I hope 20 years from now we're still doing this YouTube channel thing. And you guys are watching me customize internationals that I bought in like 2015. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Chris. Just have Chris come and do it. 9460R. It hadn't as of noon today, but that doesn't mean it's not sitting in my office right now. Uh, it could be. Definitely possible. Let you know tomorrow. You're back from the beach and it sucked because of the weather. Well, that doesn't sound fun at all. What beach did you go to? I assume it was on the East Coast somewhere, because it seemed like that pretty much the East Coast was a washout the last several days, so that kind of stinks. But do you have any dry spreader tarrigators? If so, how much? I do not have any dry tarrigators. Yeah, we could do a 575 on that, Kyle. That'd be no problem. I've got 575 decals here and ready to roll. Now you can't see where I'm working right now, but I'm just working alongside the road, just adding a little soil, color. Apparently I just picked up some black pavement because now I'm adding black and brown together. So that worked out really well. Oh, that'd be cool, Bo. A build summit. That'd be super cool. Then I could come up and film some tractors too. I'm liking that idea. I'll bring tractors to play with. I'll bring some parts and stuff. We could build all sorts of fun stuff. It'd be cool. Yeah, my wife brought up a good point. That might be something you want to check with parents on before you invite a bunch of toy people over. I just don't want to have a repeat of the mud in the basement incident. Is all I'm trying to prevent here. So I did. I haven't got to read very much of it yet, Nathaniel. But yeah, I did get it in the mail. I'm probably like a chapter in. Loving it so far. That's for sure. That's man, it's a really cool, informative book. They've got some others in that series. Now that I want to pick up. Now that I've seen what that book is like, that makes me want to do others. So, oh, I kind of like my. I obviously got a little brown on the static grass there, and it kind of looks cool actually. That's kind of weird. Happy accident. Well, that's a pretty good haul there, 9460. That's awesome. Classic Tractor Fever Saturday. No mud, I'm out. Ah. Could you paint me a parts bin? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just tell me what color you want. We'll come up with something there for you. I mean, as long as it's a color I have. If you come up with something like fluorescent yellow or whatever, I'm probably not going to have that. But, we've got the basics here for sure. But yeah, just shoot me a message on that. We can come up with something. Eric, Jason Ross. Now you sound like Bob Ross. Well, I watched quite a bit of Bob Ross in my youth, so I always wanted to try a paint like that, but I know that it would turn out like garbage, so I never did. And plus, painting supplies are stupid expensive. So yeah, well, he's also Bob frickin' Ross, so I'm sure He could definitely make it seem like anybody could do that, but he's never seen me paint, so. Yeah, I'll do a review of the book when I get it done for sure. And, well, yeah, I'll have to check out that Max Armstrong page. I met Max Armstrong a couple times, actually. He's a super nice guy. I mean, he's just a tractor lover. That's what's cool about him. So, put the loader back on the tractor today. How long did that take you? I don't think I've actually ever pulled the loader off mine yet. So I'm kind of curious what that involves. I know it's not a big deal. Pull the hydraulics, put the sands down, you're basically good to go. But I've just never done it yet. About 5 minutes. Okay, cool. That's super quick. We do paintings in 3D. That's a good call there. Yeah, that's true. So Chris, while you're here, I'll ask you this because like I'm already there. So as soon as you finish a display, do you already have a million ideas for the next one? Because that's kind of like where I'm at right now. And I mean, I'm not even finished with this one, but I want to get to the Dogtown ag portion, which is going to be mostly buildings and things of that nature. And like the ideas are just going crazy in my head. Uh, I've already kind of drawn it out a little bit on SketchUp, but anyway, it's going to be quite a while before I get to do any of that. But it's just one of those things. Recommend to jump on the bucket because one arm will come off. Oh, okay. Huh. Co-op guy's a tractor lover. That's a good co-op guy right there. That's my type of guy. All right. Just going to show you a good picture, close-up of my arm here. My awesome tan. Someday when I'm wealthy, which is going to be never if we're honest, I'm going to put up like a 80 by 100 Morton building and just fill it with farm toy displays. I think it'd be cool. But like I said, I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen, but you never know. Maybe have the farm toy displays in the middle and have some classic tractors on the sides or something. That'd be cool. Any of you guys got your hands on that 1/16 scale 8RX 410 yet? I've got one coming from B&B Farm Toys, but I haven't. He's waiting on something. He was going to Dyersville, I think today, to pick up some other stuff. So I just told him to wait, send it to me whenever he got everything else. No need to ship everything twice. But I'll have a review of that when it comes. It looks like I've seen prices kind of all over. I mean, I know what I'm paying for mine, and I was a little bit shocked that some people have $220 as the price on those. I mean, that's got to be full-blown John Deere dealer, but it's from toy dealers. I was a bit shocked because I know I'm not paying that for it. So it's gonna have to be pretty awesome to be a $220 tractor. That's all I can say. I mean, I know Ertl can deliver. The 9RX was a great tractor. So, but we'll see. Kind of curious about it. 60 by 80, that'd be cool. I mean, 60 by 80 sheds. You fit some displays in there. Super H, Super M, and an IH 560. I kind of want to say I saw his Super H. I don't remember. He may have had all of them at the Farm Progress Show, but he was at the Farm Progress Show a few years ago, and we just bumped into him, and like I said, he was a super guy. And I figure, like, at a Farm Progress Show, he has to be bombarded by people. And the fact that he took a couple minutes just to chat with us about tractors, I thought was really cool, because I'm sure he had gotten that all day long. So I mean, that kind of tells you he's a pretty decent guy. I want to go to Dyersville, but my parents won't. Well, you just have to, you know what? When you get of age on your own, just go. The 1/16th scale 8RX is out. The 1/64 scale is coming in July. Is the last I heard. It's not here yet, anyway. Disc and round baler. Okay, cool. What's up, James? Doing good. How are you? I was thinking a 120 by 120. What do you think? I mean, I don't know. I don't think I'd go with a Morton building, but what do you think a Morton 120 by 120 cost? I priced out a 40 by 60 from Morton 3 or 4 years ago, and it was $99,000, and that was not concrete or basically, any finishing work. And that's when I decided a Morton building was not for me. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, just for a few minutes here. I'm gonna stick some, like kind of a second coat over some of this thinner area. Then I'm gonna lay down some dirt. Let's see. I'm gonna keep this area darker, and then I just touched it. Wet paint. I'm gonna keep this area darker, and I think this is gonna be my sandier soil as we get a little closer out here to the road. What's up, Mud Mower? How are you doing? The round baler has an accumulator. Nice. Oh, I saw that. I saw a picture of it, but I didn't get to see a very good picture of it. That looks cool. I'm glad they did that. That looks really cool, I think. I'd like to see one of those in person. Had to get a new iPad. Ugh. Bet that was expensive. I don't know what an iPad costs, but I'm sure they're not cheap. Then of course, being the genius I am, I just put my brush away. Yeah, I like this being the darker area. I know it's not super dark contrast, but it's darkish. All right, let's keep that like that. And then I'm going to come in here with the nutmeg, which is kind of my redder soil. You can see quite a bit redder. And I just kind of want this like a little sand ridge in here. Now, of course, we're going to put dirt on top of it, but we're not going to, bury this necessarily. And we'll see. We'll hopefully, I hope it turns out right. I don't know. I may be doing this. It turned out really well on that field over there. How about that? I was really happy with how it worked. So, if it works out here, we'll be in business. What paint am I using? I'm using like Apple Barrel, whatever, Walmart cheapo paint from the craft section. The Case Combines, that is a 7088 and a 9240. Those are going to be the main combines on Dogtown. They're going to run Geringhoff 16-row corn headers if I ever finish drawing the Geringhoff 16-row corn headers, and 35-foot MacDon cutting platforms. So, what was my reaction about the 8RX last September? I thought it was cool. I think it's a good-looking tractor. I mean, the tracks on the front thing we've seen before with aftermarket companies. So I don't know. Like, they're cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a really good-looking tractor. I'm sure it's a nice tractor. I mean, John Deere, they know what they're doing. But the price on that thing is going to be crazy. Yeah, Chris, I agree 100% with you, and we will definitely. So I'm waiting on mine to come as well from SpecCast. Those sunflowers. I got to play with one a little bit up at Chucky's last weekend or 2 weekends ago now. I guess time flies when you're having fun, and they're cool. I like everything about them, but like what you said, they need a rear finisher, and I can't believe that they went all that way, made this really awesome tool, and then didn't, they went like 95%, and then they didn't, finish it out. And I'm a little shocked by that, especially with SpecCast. I would expect that from Ertl, but not SpecCast. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, as far as plans, yeah, we're gonna have a finisher for that for sure. No question about it. Just got to get my hands on one. I mean, I got to get one here to kind of look at mounting points and things like that. But yeah, well, I'll have a finisher for it reasonably quick, I think. Because I mean, it just needs one. There's just no reason for that thing not to have a finisher on it. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I did a real good job about not getting big clods out of that until right then. Yeah, that's gonna work. That's turning out good, except for the big clods there, which I'll figure out. I'll get those taken care of. But it's working how I want it to here. I don't know if you guys can see it particularly well on camera, but I've kind of got some lighter areas here where some of the red's gonna show through, or the lighter color. That's how I want it to look. So. I'm not going to do too much here because this is going to be grass, so I think we'll just leave that be for now. And we'll just put the bucket of dirt back where it came from. Good old Illinois soil there. Some people pay $17,000 an acre for that stuff. They're fools, but they do. Yeah, I don't think you can order those without a finishing bar on it. That's what was so strange to me, why it came like that. Sift out the big clods first. Yeah, that probably makes sense. That's probably what I should have done. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I use any more of my wife's kitchen equipment, I'm getting kicked out of the house. So. The John Deere X9 combine. Do you think it'll ever be? There's 100% chance there's a 64 scale toy of that combine. There is no way John Deere or the Ertl does not bring out an X9 combine. No chance. It may be a year from now, but there's no chance that doesn't happen. I would expect to see it in the fall brochure, the winter brochure, or whatever. Yeah, fall brochure. If there's a I'm going to go out on a big limb here. If there's a fall National Farm Toy Show, I think they will at least announce it. I don't think they'll have a prototype, but they'll announce it. Like I said, there's just no way they don't do a toy of that. John Deere pushes their new stuff hard on Ertl. That's why the new Precision series is delayed, because of the 8RX. So Ertl had to kind of redo some resources to make an 8RX for John Deere. So. What other tractor shows are on TV? I have no idea. I do most of my tractoring on YouTube. I just search for like classic tractors or farm toys or whatever and just go from there. Got any Agco models? Oh yeah, I've got some Agco models. I don't have any close by, but I've got some. For sure. Catch you later, 9460R. Yeah, they that book's cool. I'm kind of excited to get through it. Is there a 7RX? Not yet. There will be. I mean, they're gonna have. I don't know if they'll do the tracks on a 7 That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But there'll be a new redesigned 7R, you know, 250 or whatever they name it. It'll have the new hood style and all that stuff on it. I mean, I'm sure. Back to camera. If I want to see the whole thing, I haven't seen the newest edition. Oh, you want to see more of Dogtown? Okay, we can do that. I need to organize over here. This is like long story short, we took a bunch of custom stuff up to Chucky's a couple weeks ago, and anyway, to show off. I mean, that was kind of the whole thing there. And when I came home, I just kind of put them there. So, because we still were working on the shelves. Shelves are basically done, so now I got to go find room for all that stuff. What's up, Cord? Yeah, there'll be a 7RX in a few years, I'm sure. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they'll do the R or the X part. I don't know if there'll be a front tracks on it, but there'll for sure be a new 7 Series. How do you think the dealers order real equipment? So what happens around here, like with John Deere, is they will get an 8410 RX, and they'll get it for a year, and they'll kind of loan it out to different farms to try out for a day or two or a week or two or a whole year, depending on how big the farm is. And then those usually get sent back to John Deere, and then the dealerships kind of start taking orders on them or whatever. At least that's the way it works around here. I don't know about everywhere else, but I wish I had some Agco models. Yeah, Chris, like you don't have any. On Ertl packaging, do you prefer John Deere or Case? I don't know. I don't have a preference. Tractor Shed with Max Armstrong. Got to check that one out. Just finished one of the 50 footers. Nice. Big fan. Thanks. I appreciate that. What's my favorite semi truck? Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a favorite semi truck, to be honest with you. Maybe like an old school Mac R or something like that. Did Ford make a 2N? Not that I'm aware of. They may have though. 8N's the smallest I can think of. What did the N stand for? No idea. That's exactly what it stood for. I don't have a clue. Back at the farm, couldn't get any. Do I have a Case 500? Yeah, I've got a few of those in various states of customization. Yeah. Have you seen the new AC/DC truck from FG? I have not. Do you have a Ford TW? Yeah, I've got some of those old Ertl TWs. They're nothing to write home about. They did make a 2N? I'll be darned. I didn't know that. Do I have a 1/64 scale backhoe? Nope. I don't. Let's go over here. Because we're just watching paint dry at this point, right? So let's just go over here. We had a tornado come through and knock some of our trees down. Not really, but for whatever reason, my trees fell all right there. Like they were all three together and they all fell. So I did something wrong. Let's head over here. I'm going to move a couple things, and I'm going to grab a seat. And, let's sit over here and talk tractors for a minute or two. If I can find room to put my computer over here so I can actually chat with y'all. That's the million-dollar question at this point. How do you use dull coat? You just brush it on. You could put it in an air gun or a what do I want to call that? Not an air gun. What do I want to call that? Airbrush. Airbrush. That's the word I'm looking for. You could put it in an airbrush and thin it down and use it, but I just brush it on usually. So anytime you move custom tractors, there's collateral damage. So my Landau, it suffered some broken gauge wheels, so that's really unfortunate. So I got to fix those, of course. But that's okay. And then, so I'm going to find a place to put those real quick, if you don't mind. That way they're out of the way. Somebody was talking about, oh, this is a 440. Somebody was just talking about an STX. That's 500. I've got a 440 sitting here. So, all right, let's get this Landau down here, and I'll fix those gauge wheels later. Not the end of the world. Built it once, I can build it again. Where is the Versatile from? Where is Versatile from? They are made in Canada. Winnipeg, maybe? Does that sound right? Do you coat it on thick? No, you don't have to coat. You don't have to coat dull coat very thick at all. Oh, you mean like a front wheel assist TW? Because the 4-wheel drive Fords are called FWs. I have toys down here. I just really ought to think about selling them, some of them, just to make some room. Here's a future project. 9390. This was the best one that SpecCast or Scale Models did. It has the big beefy tires. They look better than all the others. But anyway, future project there. Turn that into something high detail and cool. That 4-row planter is from Pumpkins Animations. Okay, that sounds cool. Custom farmers. Yeah, I can only build disc for so long before my mind is just done. And I have to take a big break. Are they going to be able to have the Farm Progress show later this summer? So I heard today they're having the Farm Progress show later this summer. I don't know. I don't really know any details on that, but that was the rumor going around my office today anyway, was that there will be a Farm Progress show, which is in Boone, Iowa this year, I think. I think it's the Iowa year. Yeah, it is. We didn't get to go last year. It's the first time I've missed the Illinois show in a very long time. I don't even know. First time in a very long time. Have you made a box blade? Pumpkins Animations made a box blade. I'll have some soon. Hey, what's up, Eric? How are you doing tonight? Just uploaded a bunch of display pics on Discord. Cool. So I'm just trying to make some sense of all this mess here. Let's see, that needs to go back. In case you guys don't notice, or no, I have a shelf under my display place where a lot of this stuff gets stored for now. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on. This is a project for someone. I think it turned out pretty sweet. Let's see, the 535 needs to go in the shed. That is on Dogtown. The problem is it barely fits with those big duals. I mean, barely. When Nate built me that shed, I don't think he had big 4-wheel drives in mind. You do see a field cultivator in the back, also from Pumpkins Animations. Shameless plug there, Kyle. That's the way you got to do it. That's how you got to do it. Should buy an old Ertl case backhoe. Maybe. Oh, thanks, Eric. I appreciate that. I was just watching. What video was I just watching of yours today? Or I don't remember. It was. Oh, it was. I can't think of their name. Anyway. You know what? There's one of Eric's beds, by the way. If we want to kind of show off a little bit of my, I don't know, we'll call it handiwork. I think I'm pretty ecstatic how that turned out. It's pretty good for me. So I did. So this is our auto crane, which I'm putting on just about every service bed I come across now. And then this is a hose reel I got from I believe Aaron Jensen, but I'm not going to swear to it. And then this is a Pumpkins Animation welder. These are some of my toolboxes, and that's how that thing turned out. Happy with it for sure. Doesn't really go here, but it's going to go there for now. How do you make your grain bins? I don't. I get them from Adam Sunken at Mini Toy Truck and Tractor. That's the way to do it. I'm doing a 1/32 scale display. Do you have any advice? Oh boy, I don't know. 1/32 scale is awesome though. I'm kind of excited to see that. Just try to make it as realistic as possible. More importantly, just have fun with it. Will there be another stream this weekend? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It seems unlikely. We know not tomorrow for sure, and Saturday seems pretty iffy. We could maybe do something Sunday night. I'm not sure. I really have to sit down and knock out some toys at some point. And not that I don't love chatting with you guys while I'm building toys, but I get way less done when I'm chatting with you guys while I'm building toys. So sometimes I just have to just say, okay, I'm going to sit down for 3 hours and do that. Yeah, so in a couple weeks, my wife is going to be gone with her family, and I'll probably live stream a bunch because I'm going to be here by myself and lonely as heck. So, oh, no problem, Eric. Yeah, thanks. That's kind of my first attempt at two-toning one of the a service bed. I was happy with that. I need to shoot you a message. I got a couple. I want to get another one of those beds, and I've got a couple. I can't think of the name of the bed. It's the one I did that weathered C60 on. I want to get a couple of those from you, but I mean, there's no hurry or anything. But how long before we can get the 8-row planter? That's what everybody wants to know. I don't know, Kyle. How long? Kyle's got a full plate right now because he said, hey, I could draw for you. And then I went, okay, here's the huge list of what I want. Okay, cool. Awesome, Eric. I'll just head to the website and grab what I need there. That's great. Cool. If you guys need service beds and other really cool truck parts and things like that, head over to Rockin' H Farm Toys. Awesome stuff over there. Great prices too. I mean, like you're seriously, this is the best place to get that stuff. So. Yep, Rockin' H does have a website, Rockin' H Farm Toys. Just search for it on Google; it'll take you right to it. But yeah, that's where all my service beds come from, or at least all my like semi and C60 service beds come from there. Some of the flat beds are obviously mine, but like this here, let's show you another one while we're at it. So here's kind of a really cool. This bed just looks so good on these C60s. It's literally the perfect bed for this truck. Except for the part where the air compressor fell out, there, which that's my fault. But anyway, I mean that thing's perfect. So this is that's gonna be on Dogtown. I've got some plans for that. That's why it's kind of all weathered up and goofy, but that'll be super cool. Yeah, for sure, 9460. I will. I mean, I go into my office every day, so. Do you have a Case 95? I do not. I do not. Somebody found a toy I don't have. Man. We're gonna have to remedy that. Let's see. That's got so scratch built Steiger Tiger. That's I don't know. That's kind of the piece that I think a lot of people know me for. That's kind of the first one that I went a little over the top on and made it what it should be. The hood comes off. You got the engine, all that sort of thing up in there. There we go. You can fit on there, I promise. There it is. There. Not just making me frustrated. Anyway, the paint on that is 98% awesome, and 2% this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So, so. Hey, what's up, Earl? Doing great. How are you tonight? I have some 50 series combines. They aren't here, but I've got some. Oh, when you said oh yeah, yeah, I do. I have a couple custom ones actually, 64 scale. If you go and look at some of the videos from my office where I'm talking about my collection out there, you can see a couple of those. I think. Kyle, take your time on that. Trust me. I like just seriously take your time. No big deal. We're not in a huge hurry. So here's an MTS Challenger. Apparently, I've got more work to do on this. I mean, I haven't detailed it out yet, but Mike Less, Farmhand Mike, was telling me that there's catwalks back here now, and then Nathan Abrams told me the same thing. Um, so I've got to do that to make that right. But put the correct hitch, hydraulics, all that sort of thing on there. So it's getting there, but it's definitely got some work to do. Let's while we're talking planters here. So here's a 4-row from Kyle from Pumpkins Animation. This is the coolest planter ever. I mean, I've got a full video on this, uh, but it's just markers go up and down, and then check this out, guys. How cool is that? The box is open. That's the coolest thing in the world. Uh, anyway, I love that planter. That will forever be somewhere on my display. I promise you that. I should do one big collection video. Well, it's hard to do because half my collection is at home and half of my collection is at my office. I guess I could edit them together. I guess that would do. My ability to want to build comes and goes. Yeah, I mean, I get you there. That's for sure. I'm the same way. I mean, I always want to build something, but do I want to build, what needs to be built at the time? That's always the question with me. So, um, anyway. All right, so there's my 6030. I've been looking for some more Ertl 6030s, and yeah, they're apparently getting harder to find, which is unfortunate because I've got some ideas in my head that I want to do to these, but I don't want to do it to this one because. So I took the authentic 4440 tires, 4450, sorry, tires off, and the same way with the front steerable front end. And then I also used a ladder and steps off of an authentic. So how are the? Oh, we're talking the 500 bushel carts. So that's kind of one of those situations like Kyle's talking about. Sometimes you work on something and you're like, I just have to quit this for a while. That's kind of where I'm at on those 500 bushel carts. I'll get back to them. Don't get me wrong, but right now it's not where my focus is at. Unfortunately, I bought a 6030 at Lafayette for $6. Ah, dang, I must have missed that one. I think at Lafayette, I wasn't looking for 6030 so much. I was looking for 8850s, and there wasn't a single one in the place, which is ridiculous. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, 16 row right, white. Where have we heard of that before? I don't know. I don't know if we talked about that, you and I there, Kyle. 16 row white planter. That'd be kind of cool if somebody in the farm toy world made one of those. Wink, wink, nod, nod. G900, G1000 Vista, and then because when in Dyersville, you buy toys. What else are you gonna do in Dyersville? And here's a maroon belly. So I bought 2 of those. One of these I'm going to customize. One goes into my collection because I didn't have a maroon belly. Have you ever made a cockshut 1550? I have not. What is that? What's that green light cockshut? Is that a 15? What is that? 1350 maybe? There's a green light out. That'd be kind of a fun custom project because those tractors, the green light did a great job on those tractors. They just need a little bit of attention to sort of get them, you know, to a great custom tractor, actually. How long has the John Deere been sitting there by the small trees? Quite a while. Quite a while. That belongs to someone, and his other tractor is hopefully shipping out Monday. So I'm not one of those guys that collects like every series of something. I'm just really not. Maybe Steigers, but other than that. But I really would love to have one of every Spec Cast Minneapolis, but they're kind of too expensive to do that, if we're honest. So, plus I'm a little bit out of shelf room, which is kind of dumb when you think about it, but I am. I think next show season, I'm gonna take some stuff off my shelves to shows and try to sell some of it. It just seems like that'd be the smart thing to do. I'm getting to the age where I kind of want my collection to be a little more focused. But at the same time, like every tractor I bought kind of has a memory attached to it, so it's hard to get rid of. I mean, maybe not every one of them, but a lot of them do, for sure. Yeah, Kyle, that's called being a toy guy. You have 5 projects going on at once. None of them are done. You don't know when any of them are going to get done. You know they need to be done, but you start 2 more projects anyway. That, I guarantee you, if Tony's still here and Chris is still here, that's the way of the toy guy. I can count on one hand how many toy guys I know that start and finish a project before they move on to the next project. Like that is just so that's such a small group of people that do that. Most people they're always working on different projects at once. It's just how it goes. Would you ever come to Jackson, Tennessee? I mean, I'll never say never. Jackson, Tennessee's got to be a pretty big drive for me, though. Yeah, is that a hotel show or is that like a one-day show? We like to do hotel shows because I can take my wife and she's big help, especially when I get to talking to people, which is inevitable, or when I disappear for like half the day, a la Lafayette. I mean, I was down at the display area, ran into like 6 people I knew, 4 other people that I knew online, and we finally got to meet each other, and et cetera, et cetera. And so that's the way toy shows go for me. That's why I'm not going to set up at St. Louis, because there's no chance I could sell and take in that show at the same time. So we're just going to go to St. Louis, have fun, and all that good stuff. So that's why I don't know. I just don't really want to set up down there. Plus, I think it's probably a big headache. But we are looking. We want to add a couple more shows. What one were we thinking about? Champaign, Illinois, maybe? Seems about right. We were thinking about adding the Champaign, Illinois show, and we're thinking about there was another one, but I can't remember what it is now. Oh, Sykeston, right? Yeah, Danny and Gotti's show. We were thinking about adding that to our list there. The MTS tractors are a versatile. So the difference between MTS and versatile, the newer ones, the older ones were basically identical. The newer ones, MTS widens out or lengthens out this articulating joint 14 inches, and they lay the intake and exhaust down for better visibility. So yeah, I mean MTS takes a versatile Delta track and they do it with the wheel trackers too, and they basically kind of redo them their own way. They're really cool tractors. Geneseo, New York. Oh my gosh, that's a drive. We're talking like a 20-hour drive there. The problem with 20 hours to a toy show is it's almost impossible to make money when you go that far. Yeah, the one show. Yep, yeah, that happens all the time to me. There, Chris. You get one in the mail. And it's like, oh, here's my new toy. Everything else gets on the back burner. You're just across the river from Danny. That's cool. Danny is one of the super nice guys in this business. He's a guy I've known for years and years and years and years, and I've always loved to talk to him. He's the best. 10-minute warning. Uh oh. Yeah, we got other work to do tonight before I go to bed. Unfortunately, 9 minutes now. Should I put triples on my IH3388? Why not? Let's see what it looks like. If you do it and you don't like it, you can always change it back. I'd try it. What the heck? That might be the coolest thing ever. Give it a shot. Andrew, when is the show in Geneseo? Thinking of making a 6-row IH, but that is also just a thought. Can you reuse your row units on that to make that easier? I don't know. I don't see a lot of 6-row IHs. I don't see a lot of 6-row anything anymore because, well, it's, you know, I live in Illinois and it's 2020, so everybody has massive planners here. Our 16 row is like the smallest planner around now. Oh, into November. Yeah, that's pretty much an impossible weekend for me to go to a show. That's for sure. Yeah, Danny's dad made some really cool custom stuff. I kicked myself in the butt because he used to make these drills. These he would like stick two John Deere drills together and they would fold up all nice and neat. And I always wanted one, and it was kind of one of those things where I was younger and didn't have the money at the time necessarily to spend on one of those. So I never did, and now I kind of kick myself in the butt ever since. If one of those ever come up for sale somewhere, I'm gonna snatch that up because I've always wanted one. Have you drawn up some 8-row heads for the John Deere 77 Titan 2? 8-row heads. We're gonna do a Geringhoff 8-row head. I don't know how that's gonna work on a 7720, but we could see. Hey Everett, how's it going, buddy? Just finished customizing a Mac B. Nice. That sounds cool. You did what? You made the height. Oh. Yeah, the trick with all this cool stuff you're designing is I mean, I say a trick like whatever is to get it done so I can buy enough of them to build before toy show season gets here. No pressure or anything, but St. Louis is 7 months away, and that sounds like forever. Like when you go 7 months, you're like, oh, that's over half a year. When you're building for a toy show and you're also sort of selling some stuff as you go along, 7 months is not nearly enough time. When I started building for the Mark Twain show last year, I think Thanksgiving weekend, I went like, okay, we're going to the show. I'm going to get serious and I'm going to build. And I could have used 2 more months. And then like idiots, we're like, hey, let's go to Lafayette. It's in 2 weeks. So, and so we're going to do that again. So I have to have enough for both of those shows. But now I kind of have a feel for, I think, the crowds at those shows, so I can kind of tailor my builds, I think. We'll see. I did, Everett, and thank you. Do you know if Ertl makes a smaller combine than the Titan combines? They made a 95 at one point, but I think as far as a, kind of a, let's call it a more modern combine, I think that 7720s is about what it gets. Now Dave Holman makes some cool combines. You might check him out. When I go to nationals, well, we don't set up at nationals. We just go and have fun. So, it's one of those situations where if you're going to be at nationals, we should just kind of all plan together ahead and go with that. Oh, they were in the box, Everett. They kind of broke, but that's okay. Easily fixed. Not a problem at all. That RAM is super cool. I mean, seriously, super cool. Am I going to the St. Louis show? I will be at St. Louis attending. I do not plan to set up. I just can't see us setting up at St. Louis. But I plan to go, and I don't know. We might bring some stuff for the contest. We'll see. Not a display, but we may bring some custom tractors or something. That'd be kind of fun. Facebook, for the love of tractors. Yeah, we have a Discord server going, guys, if you want to just chat toys with us sometime. We got a good group over there. What are we up to? About 25, 30 people? It's a lot of fun. Everybody's sharing pictures of their builds and their displays and real tractors, and we're having a good time. I don't know. It's fun. I don't remember who suggested that, but I'm really glad they did, because that's been a lot of fun. Oh, let's see if we can't. Okay, the guy doesn't want to fit under the wheel of a SpecCast tractor. That's unfortunate. What about the big mini mo? Oh, maybe. Nope. Dang. We could always put him standing. Maybe he's had a long day, and he's taking a break. I don't know. That doesn't work too well either. Oh, you were talking to Andrew. Oops. I'm in Boston, and I get an Xbox. Oh, nice. That's fun. Xbox is a good time. I don't get to play my Xbox too much anymore, but it's a good time. It's fun. Well, I got about 3 minutes, guys, and I got to get the heck out of here. I got more work to do. Any questions before I get out of here? Any comments, etc., etc.? What's up, Jeremiah? How are you doing? Yeah, you're a little late today, but that's okay. We'll catch you the next time. We're gonna do this again soon, hopefully. So. What about the giveaway? Yeah, Kyle, so what are we going to do? How are we going to do that? Let's get that out here in the last 2 minutes. How are we going to do the giveaway? So we're going to give away a Pumpkins animation field cultivator. I still have to put wheels on it, but I will do that. This is neat. This is really great behind. Like, check it out. Let's put it behind this IH. I think it looks perfect behind this IH. I think it's probably, it's almost built for this tractor in my opinion. That's so cool. That's such a cool setup for a small farm. We're gonna give that thing away once I get the tires put on it, and we're kind of working on how to do that right now. But I think we kind of have an idea. But what I'll do is when Kyle and I kind of hammer that out, I think we're just gonna do a video specifically on the giveaway, and that way you guys know how to enter and do all that stuff, and you can win a really cool little field cultivator from Pumpkins Animation. So there's something for you to look to. I think we need to do that next week for sure. I've been saying that for about 3 weeks now, but we really need to do it next week. Pan the camera around to the new display parts. Okay. I can do that. You have to excuse my window plastic that fell. So there's what she looks like right now. So we didn't we didn't get a whole lot accomplished, but check it out. See my darker areas and lighter areas? That worked out pretty good. Pretty happy with that. IM me on Facebook. Sounds good. Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, just shoot me an IM over there. That'd be great. Yeah, Everett, your truck and tractor are there. So I'm gonna start tearing into this thing real soon. I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about that build. I got a ton of great ideas for that, so that'll be fun. All right, guys. Well, there's one last look at the the yard for Dogtown. Anyway, guys, I will catch y'all later, and we're gonna do a video on the giveaway this week. That way, you kind of guys know how to get into that, and we'll check you out later. So, thanks for joining us. That was a lot of fun, as always. Have yourselves a great day. Happy tractor hunting.